Hello. Not bad. How about you? The Pink Fairies. Like 70s hard psych proto-punk band. Yeah. You don't like the way I walk down the street. You don't like the shoes that I got on my feet. Cool. We can't see the picture. I am too. You want to know something? Because I've so I got too fat for my pants, and the pants being too tight pinched a nerve in my leg. So I had like this weird numbness in my thigh, and like I was a friend of mine who has MS like figured it out because he started to have all these weird tingling things. So I'm like, oh fuck. And then like I've also got like a weird numb thumb, but it's just because I'm fat and lazy. And what the fuck? Am I heard? Huh. What the fuck? All right, let's go back to starting soon. I should make a technical difficulty one. Oh, okay. Why? Now I see why it's not there. What is going on? Oh, here we go. Andrew.
Yeah. Check.
Okay.
Test.
Now I think you should be heard.
Give it another go.
You want to try test, Andrew?
Check.
Now I can't hear you, but it looks like your audio is going out, but now I can't hear you.
Fun times.
All right. Let's roll. I'm gonna hear. Okay, cool. All right.
Can you hear me, Beckett?
I can hear you now. Let's go.
Are we live right now?
We're live. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, I guess, again to Coffee and Coffins. We try to have at least one technical difficulty every episode. And so
we didn't have one for the Meow Wolf thing.
That wasn't a Coffee and Coffins. That was like a that was like a launch party. So,
that's why.
Keep those separate. Okay, so let's just do a quick.
What happened, like the profiles in the thing doesn't. If you create a new profile, it doesn't keep everything distinct. So like when I made changes in the profile for the launch stream, it ruined the Coffin and Coffins thing. I had to reset it all up, and so that's what happened. But
well, we all appreciate.
I shouldn't try. I just shouldn't try.
We all appreciate your diligent work. Quick recap of what happened earlier. We talked about our t-shirts. We're not wearing actual pants. We just got out of our coffins. Beckett has a pinched nerve. Is feeling some numbness. When I feel numbness, I go to my old school essentials products. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Some old school essentials stuff. All right. Let me move this coffee cup a little bit. Okay.
No one wants to see that.
What, my coffee cup?
Yeah.
Old School Essentials reference booklet. I've got a little side by side. We've got the old advanced fantasy reference booklet, and then this is the new Old School Essentials reference booklet. I did a side by side read through of these, Beckett, and they're pretty similar. However, I noticed in addition to like sort of tweaking some of the layout to actually this new version, let me flip it open. It's a little bit easier on the eyes, but there's a new thing added in the back, which is several pages of wilderness encounter tables. So definitely, if you already have the reference booklet, this is probably not the most important purchase of the year for you, but use at the table, I think a great improvement. Plus, you get the wilderness tables. So this is in the shop now. Reference booklet. Also, I don't think you can't get this one anymore. So this is the only option now. Do you like reference?
12 or 13. I spent I don't know how many days like making wilderness encounter tables, and I don't think I ever used those custom wilderness encounter tables. Oh, at least some giant spiders that. That's the only thing that I remember ever rolling randomly when I was running the 12, 13-year-old game.
I'm building a new Magic card deck. It's something like I can't do it all the time, but building a spider deck with Shelob from the Lord of the Rings set. Pretty excited about it.
Cool.
Our guest later on is going to remind me about this, and we'll probably talk about some Magic cards a little bit. But let's just move on to the next thing, which is another Old School Essentials product. It's the next Quick Delve. Boom. Let's put it over here on this coffee cam.
So this is Quick Delve 3. And Andrew, what's a Quick Delve?
Quick Delve, it's like an adventure you can do in a shorter period of time. It's quick, it's snappy. You're delving in. You know, sometimes you're going into a dungeon. Sometimes you're going into the steppe with some off-brand Rohirrim. Although these,
that's not the sense I got.
Well, it's a little bit okay. You didn't get that sense. Let me give you my vibe. So, did you see that movie? And it's like the story. It's like not called Evil Superman, but the concept is, what if Superman came down to the planet and he was a total dick and a spoiled brat and he just murdered everybody? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean that could be
The Boys, maybe. I don't know.
Invincible or The Boys. Well, because Boys, he's not from another planet. Totally different. For
sure, yeah, okay. But it's like an alternate. It's an alternate universe. Somebody in the comments probably will tell me what. It's not Red Sun. That's like a DC Elseworlds.
That's when Superman was a communist.
This was a movie that, yeah, that's what Red Sun is. This is a movie that was made by Hollywood, and he's like, it's kind of a horror movie. It's like this little boy with like the red cape, and he's just murdering people. It's probably like 15 years old by now. I don't know. Anyway, forget about all that stuff. Like if the story of the Rohan from Lord of the Rings, but they're like cannibals and fucking evil, that's what we got going on here. This is like but
the Horse Lord don't ride horses.
Yeah, they eat them. Spoiler alert, horse eating happening in this book.
It says that right in the beginning. It's not really a spoiler.
I know. I think
first page, not a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, there's also content. Yeah, there's a content warning here too. So we're going to eat some horses. Beckett, have you ever eaten a horse?
No.
Me either. I don't know.
Actually, probably in like school lunch without knowing it.
You think they put horse? Oh, actually, check this out. You probably have eaten horse because they grind up horse hooves for gelatin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Those are horse hooves, or is it just cattle hooves?
I don't know.
I kind of yeah, I don't know.
This is something that was told to me pre-internet, so I couldn't like fact check it, and I've just always believed it.
I mean, like, yeah, like when my kids are like, "Why can't we get gelatin?" I'm like, "Because it's bones. Isn't that
Yeah.
gross?" And then
And they're like, "No, give us the bones."
no, then they're like, we went to this thing and like in the park, and there was someone like standing with like a monitor showing like slaughterhouse footage, and like
Uh-huh.
Bert just like walked up because it's a TV, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to watch TV," and then he's like, and that totally radicalized him. So now
Speaking of
he doesn't.
slaughterhouse footage, I flipped to the back here. There's maybe I flipped too far. There is a horse butcher who's chopping up horses for the king to feast on. Oh, there it is. Look at this guy.
And then he also
Gross.
wears horse skins. But
Yeah.
I think what's better is the kind of like faction interplay. Yeah, maybe I won't say this because this would be a spoiler for players. So I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but there's something cool in the faction interplay.
Yeah, there's also something cool that the horse lord holds, and it's not a spoiler because it's on the cover here. It's this fucking awesome horse sword. But yeah, this is now in the shop, so that's why we're talking about it. New release in the store. Wait, you were going to add something else?
Yeah, don't say what the sword does.
I wasn't going to give it away.
Well, that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't say anything. And then you're like, "What were you going to say?"
Well, okay, but like it's on the cover and it's obviously cool looking. Like, look at this fucking thing. It's like glowing.
But don't say what it does. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you can tell from the cover. It glows a little bit. There's some steam coming off of it. Cool artwork, yeah.
Okay, saying that was steam and not just magic lines. That's spoiler.
Geez.
We're gonna get crucified, man. Know how mad people get about spoiler stuff? It's insane, especially on YouTube.
How mad?
Super mad. As mad as the super kid that you were talking about. Okay. They're gonna laser eye us.
They're going to murder us, and then we will just lay like corpses waiting to be infected. And
I don't think we'd lay like corpses. I think we'd be corpses laying.
All right, great. Correct me. Yeah. Correct me on how dead I am. I don't care. I'm not breathing. All I was trying to say was some kind of silly segue into talking about this other thing, which is also for old school essentials, but basically it's you play as insects on dead bodies. So me and Beckett's corpses, whether they are laying or not, however they are in death's sweet repose, you can go play as adventurers on them and harvest our internal organs and bones to make your own gelatin. What do you think about this one?
Well, do you need Settlers of a Dead God to play Whispers?
So yes and no. It's its own little thing. It's like a bunch of additional stuff for the campaign setting of Settlers of a Dead God. So you could definitely play. I mean, technically what you need is old school essentials, right? Because it's a campaign setting for old school essentials. The core book, or like the main book, Settlers of a Dead God, has all of the insectoid like classes and races, right? So I believe this has a couple additional options, but for the full for the full game, for all of the different insect options, you would need the core book. But you could also just play this, with old school essentials. So yes,
I mean, you could probably play with any kind of roll a 20 sided die high.
Yeah, any kind of OSR style game. I love this setting. I love the idea of like playing as bugs on my corpse.
And your own corpse.
Yeah. So
sure. You're claiming divinity. Is this like a new age thing, or like
I don't know. I was just trying to set you up for having a story about one time when you came across a dead body and there was a bunch of insects living on it. I'm looking for a Beckett backstory.
Like I've never come across a body, but a friend of mine did. He was like going for a walk by his house, and he saw like a car flipped over. Like, he was like, "Oh, that's weird," and he looked, and there was like a corpse inside. And like when he went to report it, coincidentally, probably 15 years beforehand, like a pizza delivery driver was stabbed outside of his apartment, and he was arrested for it. And so then they were like, so when he's like, "Hey, I found this body," they're like, "Hey, what about that pizza driver you stabbed?" And he's like, "What?" But it worked out. I think it did. It's never fun to find a corpse, though.
I guess one other thing that I should probably point out is in the credits section of this really small over here in the corner, I do have a credit for editing this piece of work. Art by Stefan Pogue. The whole thing is just beautiful. It's in the shop right now. How much it go for, Beckett?
15?
$15?
I'm kind of. You don't want me to type, so I can't look it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I know.
Yeah, probably about $15. All right, you are looking it up now?
I'm looking it up, but not on a keyboard typing. I'm phone typing.
I got onto Beckett earlier for typing while we were streaming and it being really loud. So he's got to do it on his phone now. My phone is up here taking a picture of the.
Yeah, it's $15.
Yeah, it's $15. Like it should be $15, right? Yeah. And also, the core book, Settlers of a Dead God, is a hardbound book, and I'm going to guess, Price is Right rules, that it costs $40. What do you think, Becca?
Oh, it's like 27.
Don't look it up. $27?
Yeah.
Oh, did you just look it up?
No, I just know.
Oh. So it's $27 for the hardbound book?
Yeah.
This is going to seem like I set it up like this way, but in my mind, too cheap. A steal. What a great deal. It's not at all. Like, okay, so these are the things. We've got this Whispers of a Dead God, additional features for Settlers of a Dead God, campaign setting for Old School Essentials. We've got Quick Delve number 3. Also, Quick Delve 2 and 1 are still available. $15 for this one as well, right?
No, 12.
12? Ah, this is gonna sound like a broken record. This is too cheap.
Yeah, nice. Hey, so like my van that's like more or less broken. I didn't renew the tax for. Can you maybe come up here to sell it for me? I think you could do something better for me than just having it junked.
Sure. Yeah. Let me just tell you, too cheap. If you're in the Cleveland area, and you're looking for a car that is definitely priced for less than its value.
All right, Andrew. So how much do you think a 2002 Dodge Ram 1500 van?
Yeah.
Cargo van, no conversion.
No conversion, no aftermarket. That makes it even better. I'm gonna Kelly Blue Book this right now. Yeah, 15,000. Yeah.
Whoa, hey, I'll take a tenth of that.
Okay.
Bring us up. Andrew will take care of it.
Yep. Is there a finder's fee?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, you can Venmo me. Hey, we've got a guest, a very special guest. I haven't been looking at the comments, but I think people already know who's coming in to join us. Do you know who's coming in to join us, Beckett?
I do know who's coming in to join us.
Do you want to do like an intro, a sizzler intro?
If
keep going, you're doing great. No, you're doing great. I'm into it.
Well, yeah, I don't have anything after R, like You're supposed
Okay,
to run with
well,
it. I was
let's-
setting the stage. Let's
We've
just
got
bring him in.
another wizard here. Another wizard, the pirate wizard Limithron, my good friend Luke Stratton. Can you send him on into
All right.
the stream?
Luke, you are in.
You're in.
Hi. I mean, ahoy.
Ahoy.
How's it going, guys?
It's
Pretty
great. Yeah. We've already done our technical difficulty for the episode, so should be smooth
That's
sailing.
assuming people can hear me as well, right?
Oh, yeah, let's do
No,
let's
they can
do a
they
chat check. Can everybody hear Luke?
Oh, hello. Here I am.
Give
in
us
my-
a skull
in-
and
in the
crossbones
flesh.
if you can hear
In the-
Luke.
In the digital flesh.
Okay, so did anybody put a skull and crossbones in the chat? Everybody can hear you. Perfect.
Love that. Love that. I love that for me so much. How about
Luke?
can they hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Luke, you've made a lot of cool stuff for gaming. And the thing that we really want to talk about, the gaming contribution we really want to talk about is your commander decks.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I can tie this all together because I've been listening to this whole stream.
Okay, cool.
I had a revelation in the conversation about like gelatin, right? Like this may be obvious to other people, but I'm really into gelatinous cubes right now. Like they're my favorite D&D monster. I'm building an ooze Magic Gathering Commander deck, and I realized when you were talking that gelatin comes from bones.
Yeah.
So like that's what's fueling the gelatinous cubes. Like they're sucking up these bodies, and then when they dissolve the bones, it adds to their biomass.
That's a great
and I cannot be more happy about this discovery for myself.
Can I ask you a question about slimes? Oh wait, no. So
yes, you can. It's ooze. It's the creature type is ooze.
Yeah,
but that covers all the slimes. Like, and I have all the Wizard of Barge, like slime cards. You know, that's and the Mimeoplasm is my like commander. So
okay, that's what I was getting to is trying to guess who the commander was.
For those watching, this is my commander. It's like I don't know if you can see him.
I mean, yeah,
but
not very
good, but
not as clearly as when I saw him posted on Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been into that. I don't play very much, but like I have this thing. So you guys know I know Andrew. I know you know the Legends of Adventurous guys because I've introduced you to them several times. You have,
yes.
They're good buddies of mine.
I can't ever remember their names, but
it's okay. They're kind of more in the 5e YouTube side of things, but they're good buddies of mine. We play Pirate Borg all the time at cons, and they're always hilarious, like late night, like people watching are so funny games. But those guys have this theory that Commander is the Gulf of the RPG industry.
Oh yeah.
Which especially in their circle of like hanging out with WotC people, like that Wizards of the Coast people, that's definitely the vibe. They all bring their Commander decks. And I think at PAX Unplugged, like they pulled Matt Mercer in and had him bring his Commander deck. So they're always just like schmoozing while playing Commander. So I'm like, I love that. So I have built a couple Commander decks. I have gotten back into Magic, which I kind of shunned for many years, and I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good inspiration for adventures, and yeah, fun time.
So outside of the oozes, who else you running in the?
I mean, I think you can probably guess. I bought all 4 of the Ixalan precons, which are Conquistador Vampires, Feathered Dinosaurs, Merfolk, and of course Pirates. And then I got the Baldur's Gate Mind Flayer. It's called Mind Flayers, and it's a basically pirate lich, like Davy Jones pirate lich deck, which could not be more up my alley. So
it sounds awesome.
And I play with it once, and it's ridiculous because you just mill cards from the top of your opponent's deck and then resurrect them as your own creatures.
Are you gonna bring some cards to turn sideways?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So
for Gary Con, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, me and Luke are gonna be at Gary Con next week. And if you want to do that smooth and tap thing that he was saying with either of us, just bring a commander deck.
What's smooth and tap?
It's what you were just saying. Schmooze. Yeah, so
Oh,
hang out and like talk. I don't know what were you saying that they talk about? You said smooth.
well, it's just like, you know how golf is always like, hey, let's go play golf as high executives and then we'll
Yeah.
make deals. Well, I think that's like kind of what, you know,
Yeah, so if you want
instead of
to
making
come,
deals, we're just
yeah, if you
going
want
to
to come make
out.
a deal.
Well, because, you know, like a
Let
commander
me tell
game
you.
is like you could get 4 people in and play for 30 minutes instead of like a
Yeah,
5-hour RPG.
and I've got some deals. I've got a van looking to move. So come play Magic
Yeah.
cards, and I'll
The
sell
level
you.
of economy that we're dealing with in the RPG designer space is very different than corporate America. Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
I got some $15 zines over here. We can make some deals on.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, I'm so yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I'm building a spider deck right now, and I'm doing Shelob. But what's been really fun for me is that I'm obviously I'm like really into Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and so they had a set that had like Driders and Lolth for the for forgotten. I've forgotten the name of the set, but it's Forgotten Something. And then also, I'm kind of a comic book guy too. They've got Spider-Man cards, so I'm building
and Ninja Turtles now. The Ninja Turtle set just dropped.
So I don't think they have any like real spider cards.
Well, I wonder if we could tie in with Baxter with flies. I wonder if maybe you can make that work.
So pests is kind of like a overarching archetype, and rats fall into that. And I feel like there'll be a lot of rat
definitely
cards.
Rats.
And
I love how we've converted this from an RPG podcast to just about Magic the Gathering.
You can talk about whatever you want to, baby.
Oh, dude, I'm here for it. I just want to say my piece with Magic because I feel like I'm 42. I played back in the like 4th edition was my first set. I played a long time ago, and for that whole period in between, I really looked down on Magic. I really was like, people who played Magic in the stores were a very different vibe than the people. I was very prejudiced, and I apologize because now, in hindsight, I think it's like anything. Like if you're judging an entire community by the way one small group acts, that's not cool, man. And I think that Magic actually is a really great hobby, especially if you're playing it casually, and it's still like nerdy and fantasy driven. So if you are a RPG nerd who's like shunned Magic like I did for 30 years, maybe give it another shot. Pick up a pre-con and come play some Magic with us. You know, it's called Magic.
Like, it is. It's got elves.
You can build a slime deck with art by Wizard of Barge. Like, what is like? What you're missing out, man.
I've got something I'm going to bring for you to Gary Con. I've decided, and maybe I can somehow trick you into doing this too. But I've decided that I should draw some of my own Magic cards just for funsies, right? Not to like be a Magic card artist or any of that kind of.
Tiger, you could totally do a secret layer. You just gotta like get them. They do like, you know, all range of artists. You definitely have the cred to get a secret layer drop.
Well, so the cool thing about my secret layer drop is that it's so secret that not even Wizards knows about it.
Dude, I love the idea that you just print your own like 500 copy run.
It's not even 500, baby. I'm talking like
just one of one for me. It's just
I'm talking like our first run is 25 sample cards.
Love that. Love that so much.
Beckett, I know that you have some theories and some thoughts about Magic the Gathering, having owned and operated a gaming store that catered to the community. Share your thoughts.
Yeah, like anytime you have to learn about something for work, it's likely to inspire a lot of resentment. So let me just leave it at that.
Okay.
And the time a guy came in for like a friendly, what's the unset that came out in like 2017? That had like full art lands. This dude sharked a 12-year-old kid for his full art lands.
All of this unsets had full arts, starting with Unglued. I think was the
Unglued. He was like, "Hey, let's just play for the lands. You know, they're not worth nothing." And like at the time, they were like $4 a card, And
Yeah.
that was like the scummiest scumbag, like worse than, like the junkies stealing stuff to try and sell to me. Like that dude was top level worst. So like
Back
and
in
then also
when I
like
first started
anytime
playing Magic, Beckett, we played with Auntie. And
Oh, yeah.
that's how I lost ownership of not the Black Lotus, but one of those like super super
Mox?
valuable.
Mox.
Yeah, it was a Mox something.
Oh my God, that hurts.
Well, it didn't hurt that much at the time because like nobody gave a shit. It was just like, yeah,
Wow.
whatever, like just playing a game. I was a kid, like who cares? I was like 15 years old, maybe. Nobody cared.
Yep, I know that. I mean, we got rid of our collection after early high school and regret it to this day. There's probably some gems back in there. It definitely had some dual lands, so hey, it happens, right?
Oh well, we could all be living in mansions if we just saved.
Listen, there's no way. It's just like Bitcoin. Like, there's no way I would have kept it all the way to today. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, if you had kept that Bitcoin, you'd be a millionaire." It's like, well, you wouldn't have made it past the first bubble. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. So, Pirate Borg.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I understand. There's a new Kickstarter.
There is a new Kickstarter coming up. Yes. We kind of haven't really fully done the announcements yet because I'm still working on some of the visual assets. But basically, we are making a map box. It is a box of 100 different battle maps through my years of making battle maps. They're all pirate themed. Basically, every ship I've drawn, all the forts, a lot of the islands, they're all getting two-sided dry wet erase battle maps that can fold into this big nice box.
Does this box look like a treasure chest?
So we thought a lot about that. The problem is I can't get it to open like a treasure chest, and it's not that thick. So we're going with more of an old leather map book style.
Map folio,
yeah, because it opens up and they're all
Davy Jones's folio.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit less well known than his locker, but still holds a lot of treasure in it.
A lot of treasure.
Well, that's how you get to his locker.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll do a box eventually, but like I don't want to make it look like a box and then it's like, or clearly not a treasure chest. I don't want to make it look like that. Like I'm really into like I hated it as a kid when they would make video game or make action figures that didn't match the show. Like I want it to be the right thing. So when we make a box, we're gonna a treasure chest. We'll make a real treasure chest. So not for this thing, but there's some more things I want to spoil about this because we haven't really talked about it yet. So we're doing this battle map box, which if you're playing Pirate Borg, you don't have to have maps. Like it's very much can be a theater of the mind game, but I designed the game with the maps in mind, so it does work for that. You don't have to like enforce grids to use them. You could just use them as visual pieces, right? But there's way more exciting news than just this box. Joseph R. Lewis is writing one-page adventures for every map in the box. He's almost done with them. Joseph R. Lewis is, I think, the best adventure writer alive in the OSR, and he's a good friend of mine, and I'm so excited for people to see this little zine that you're going to be able to get either with the box or separately. That's what's happening in our Kickstarter, right? You can get it digital or physical. But the really exciting news, aside from that, is that Westphalia is making Pirate Borg miniatures based off the original book. And they're making pirates. And Will from Weird Designs is making a Forbidden Psalm hack of Pirate Borg. And all three of those are kickstarting at the exact same time.
Like a little
like Pirate Borg
month.
Yeah. Now we don't have it. We're using different fulfillment, so unfortunately we can't ship them all together just because of production timelines and all that stuff. But I think Limithron is going to try to find a way to do a patch or something if you back all three. We're still working out the logistics of how we like line up the backers for that. But the idea will be like, hey, if you're playing in person, you can get this whole pack and like have everything you need to not only play like fully miniatured out battle map Pirate Borg, but play skirmish games. So like if you're hey, we got a campaign. The 4 of us are going to go raid this fort, and we like recruited these other pirate crews, and now we're going to have a big battle against the fort. You can switch to the skirmish game. That's the vibe. So
I love it.
yeah,
Interchangeable pieces.
yes, and you know we have dreams of doing our own skirmish game and maybe our own miniatures way down the road, but we just don't have the. I mean, there's 3 of us, so there's no bandwidth to do that now. And I really, really believe, we say this all the time, but you know, high tide raises all ships, right? So I feel like the more people who have
that's pirate talk. It's
yeah,
pirate terminology there.
it is. But like the more people who can you know, like maybe make some money for themselves in the Pirate Borg community, but B, more importantly, provide stuff for people who are playing in this dark Caribbean setting to have stuff, like I'm all for it, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's the vibe.
So, like, what if somebody was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about manufacturing my own ash."
I didn't know.
Could I maybe jump in on the look? I've got a lot of bones to grind up.
Look, here's the thing, man. I feel like I hope there is a dimension, an alternate reality where a version of Limithron makes a safe for kid use psychedelic drug, but it's not this one.
Listen, all I'm talking about is buying a bunch of packs of Jello and then rebranding it
Jello or like pixie dust. What's that stuff? Like it comes in
pixie,
you know?
Pixie sticks.
Yeah, no, I'm not going there, man. I don't want kids like, oh, I did a line of this bone, so, and I'm not tripping. And like, wait, hold on, everybody, we're playing a fantasy game, you know?
Yeah. Would you
when
think that
in 4th grade I snorted chalk dust and breathed it out? And I tried to do it again, and then that was the worst thing ever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's what we don't want.
But it trained me for adulthood.
Yeah.
So I was ready.
So I know that this isn't like covered in any of the official supplements so far, but if somebody wanted to take a significant amount of ash and rather than ingest it, mix it with some water and let it sit in a refrigerated area, would we get gelatin? Like, could we get like ash?
Wow, I hadn't thought about that.
Can you?
I hadn't either.
It
just kind of.
Well, here, look, I will tell you this. So at raw, like rules as written or whatever, in the core book, 1 dose of ash is an entire skeleton's worth of material.
But it's ground down.
Well, like when you kill a skeleton, it falls into dust, right?
Yeah.
But in order to, like, if you unprocessed, you have to collect the entire skeleton's worth, which takes in a whole inventory slot. Because we didn't want, like, I killed 50 skeletons and I take 50 doses, and now I've got 50 doses in my pocket and I'm a powerhouse, you know? But in the starter set that just came out, there is a refined ash, which is a little bit more like maybe you put it in a hookah, you know, or you put it in some tea, or put it in your grog, you know, ash grog. Yeah, exactly.
Boy.
Yeah. Now, I want to be, once again, I want to disclaim, I am not encouraging the use of psychoactive chemicals in reality. Just like I'm not saying that you should take a sword and go fight your enemies in reality, right? This is a full disclaimer.
We saw the Eminem lawsuits. We get it.
Wait, what fine. Eminem lawsuits?
I don't know if there actually was one, but he raps about getting sued because somebody else did something he talked about in a song.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like someone tried taking green M&Ms instead of Cialis.
Oh, really? Did it work?
I think that was a joke.
They were ash-lined M&Ms.
Yeah.
Well, you never heard about green M&Ms?
Oh, they make you horny.
I have heard they say they're an aphrodisiac, right? Yeah. So yeah, there are, and in Dark Caribbean, my setting book that's forthcoming whenever I get it done, there'll be a lot more about ash. There's a secret British facility called the Crucible where they're taking ash and turning it into like
gelatin.
Yeah, I need to add that in there, but they're turning it into like age reducing pharmaceuticals and making ash super soldiers, and it's all kinds of fun stuff like that. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, just a disclaimer for everybody out there in YouTube land: don't grind up skeletons and snort them.
Consuming human remains, I'm certain, is A, very illegal, and B, terrible for your health. Do not do either of those
probably
things.
not a good idea.
Yeah, and I mean, it clearly has to be like animated skeletons. So like, where are you going to find one of those?
Yeah, exactly. They have to be
Contact your local
magically
necromancer.
They have to be skeletons imbued with the necrotic force seeping out of the netherworld, which does not exist on our current timeline. So
It might be coming the way.
Yeah, you never
Hey,
know.
The
it's
way
possible.
it looks.
It's
What,
possible.
but so when does the Kickstarter kick?
May, unless something happens, it's going to go live May 12th. That's the plan.
Oh, cool.
All right.
And the cool thing about it is, like, I still have a bunch more work to finish on getting the Kickstarter stuff ready and getting the box ready. But this is like, 2020. So there's like 6 years of me making battle maps on Patreon. So the creative part is already done, which is really exciting. And it'll be cool to see these maps like in print. You can use it. Like, we got to see some of that in the starter set, but like, I think even, like I said, even if you don't run 5th edition style like grid combat, it's still great to be like, you're here, and throw the map out on the table. And another cool thing about it is they're not all the same size. Like, we have 8.5 by 11 maps of like ships and canoes, boats and canoes, and then we have like longer ones of like the sloops and frigates, and then we have like if you're thinking in 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, like a 2x2, which is like kind of this big, for like taverns and brothels, and then we have 2x4s of the really big ships in some of the dungeons. So there's like a lot of options in there. I'm really excited about it. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just
no. It's cool. 2x2 is like kind of what, like, all right. So when I was younger, back in my early gaming days, I would play a lot of miniature games, and
Sure.
at that age, like in my teenage years, I wanted like a ping pong table sized piece of terrain.
Sure, yeah.
I wanted massive stuff. But now that I'm a little bit older and I have a kid now, a 2x2 piece of terrain is like
great.
that.
Well, and the other thing is, like, Pirate Borg clearly has developed a community at conventions. We do a lot of conventions, but it's a really fun convention game. And like, you need a big table to hit a 2x4 map. I'm like I said, 2x4 in 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. Like, that's a pretty big map, and it gets in the way. People have to move their character sheets back.
Yeah.
But some of my maps are just too like, a ship of the line will not fit on a 2x2. It has to be on a, it's a big boat,
Yeah.
But the other cool thing, go ahead.
No, there's another cool thing.
Well, I was just going to say that one really cool thing that we were going to do 3 spiral bound books that were wide.
Yeah.
But I ran into this problem of like, well, what if I evenly distribute the ships as well as I can, what if you have 2 ships in book 1 that you want to fight each other? So that's why we went with this box. And then you can take any 2 ships and use them like a mega, combine them, put them both on top of the generic water map, and then you have a way to like, we're going to board this way, T-bone them, or we're going to board side to side.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like take them together and build your own
absolutely
pile of ship.
Absolutely. Yeah. You could take a bunch of the ships and make your own. There is a map of this, but you can make your own like shipwreck city.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can even take the shipwreck city map and add more on for the outskirts if you're going for ping pong table.
Shipwreck city is literally, it's a pile of ship, right?
It's definitely a pile of ship.
It's a big
pile of ship.
Of ship.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my cat.
I was born on a pirate ship.
You were born on a pile of what?
Yeah, remember the hold your tongue and say I was born on a pirate ship?
Yeah. So my cat has just reminded me that since we're talking about Kickstarters, that we have a Kickstarter going on right now for this game that I designed.
I actually wanted to bring this up, but you brought it up at the perfect moment.
Okay.
Not only am I so excited that this game is existing, but B, I'm so happy that you're making it. I feel like that's like the coolest thing.
Okay. Thank you. I think it's pretty cool too. It's fully funded. We're like smashing down some stretch goals. We're like, as of this moment, we're $1 away from our next stretch goal.
But it's called Tavers, right? We didn't say that.
It's called Tavers, the Meow Wolf role-playing game. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's a storytelling game that takes place in the mini worlds of Meow Wolf. If you don't know about Meow Wolf, the Kickstarter page is actually a great place to kind of learn about Meow Wolf in general, as well as like learn about the game. But Luke, you're in Denver, or
Yeah, I have a lot to say here actually, because
okay, yeah. Tell me your thoughts.
Okay, so Meow Wolf, when the first one opened in Santa Fe, and it was funded by George R.R. Martin, and it's this like very, I guess if you've never been, it's kind of like a art museum, but with a like very much psychedelic neon color science museum overlay, if you
They're
will.
celebrating their 10-year anniversary this week. Actually,
Yeah.
This week is the 10-year anniversary of the House of Eternal Return.
Yeah, and I mean the first one is, they're all incredible. I've been to 3 of them. That one is really, really cool. I was there a few weeks ago, which we talked about.
Oh yeah.
And I have been to several Meow Wolves because they each one has like a little concert venue, and I have hit them on tour. I've done the Santa Fe one I did it with Dobapod, I did it with Motet. And they're incredible places. But the one here in Denver is like literally 10 minutes from my house, and it's on the way to my weekly D&D game.
Oh hell yeah.
And it is incredible. I mean, it's like, it's not like the one in in Santa Fe is like kind of like an old warehouse they converted into this really cool facility. It's really sweet, but the one in Denver is like the size of a mall. Like they built a building for this thing. It's like a 6-story, like you see it when you drive through town, you know. And I can't talk about this, but I have a secret project that I'm working on, a new game that I'm working on.
Okay.
And I have
don't talk about it some more.
I'm just gonna say this. I have a portal pass, and I go to Meow Wolf to work on this game, which is like, it's really, really fun to be like in this super immersive experience. And I'm hoping that maybe I can talk to you and get, if this thing ever comes to fruition, I would love to rent out their concert hall for like a press event for the launch of this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
We'll talk more. That's all I can say. It's an NDA thing.
Let's get a game of Commander on the books, and,
okay, wait, hold,
and we can talk deals. Yeah. No,
I love the Commander is going to be when we work
on it's like, that's how it has to be from now on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm stoked to hear more when you're allowed to say more. I can say for myself that when I was coming up with the concepts for Tavers, I went to several of the ones that I hadn't been to. I've been to all but one of them now, and there's another one coming.
LA and New York, right?
Well, November of this year, 2026, we will see the LA opening. And then I think it's the following year we'll get a New York.
Exhibit. So have you been both of the Texas ones?
Yeah.
How are they? Those are the 2 I have not been to.
The one that is in Dallas Fort Worth, which is close to where my in-laws live.
Okay.
So I've been to that one many times. And I love it. It is similar in structure to the Santa Fe.
Okay, I gotcha.
You go into there's a house. You go into a house. It's a multiple storied house, and then you go into
out into the other worlds. Yeah.
Yes. The experience and it's super fun. The experience at Houston, which is Radio Tave, it might be my favorite actually. So it's the first one that brought an in-world like food and drink to Meow Wolf. So they have this place in there called Cowboy Heaven, and it is awesome. It's just like it's like a dive bar on the end of the world. It has angels and demons, like emo demons and like bartender extra dimensional bats. It's just like awesome. There's a pool table in there, jukebox.
That's
you
awesome.
Can get like there's a special thing where you get a hot dog and a beer for like $7. It's
I gotta go, man. It's like worth going to Texas for me just to go to You know, I would go just for the Meow Wolves. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one only opened recently.
Recently, yeah.
So I went. Me and my wife, we took like a date vacation,
Nice.
and drove there from Dallas. We were staying with my in-laws. Drove up to Houston, spent the day there.
Yeah,
So
what
great.
I would love for those guys or a similar funded team to do D&D dungeon style experience like that. Like especially if you're thinking of the Denver one. Like, can you imagine if you start at the top level and you get a character sheet and then it's like, oh, here's the gelatinous cube layer, here's the necromancer layer. Here, like, it would be so fun to like have a fully like multi-million-dollar, you know, almost like a LARP experience, but you know.
I'm talking to you, wizards of
come on.
Get it together.
Does it need to be? It probably does need to be D&D branded to get that level of
to get that money.
To get those people, because there was that like kind of D&D themed like Renaissance fair. Did you hear about that? Like I think it was in New Mexico or Arizona.
Okay.
And I think COVID did them under, but it was like a Ren fair, but there was a story and people were like dressed up as like, you know, the cast weren't dressed up as like medieval people. They're dressed up as like elves and, you know.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's kind of like going to any Renaissance festival a little bit.
But the whole place was literally like there's a story and it's fantasy themed, which I thought was really cool. But
have you ever done any of the like True Dungeon or?
Oh yeah. So I have a quick.
Things?
If we have time, I have a quick story for a True Dungeon.
Sure, we got time.
So before I was in making RPGs, really before I was even playing RPGs, Tyler and I, my brother, we booked time off to go to Gen Con, which was a big deal for busy adults that aren't in the industry. I think, you know, we had to block the time off our schedules and go, and we brought full cosplay. I brought my Gandalf cosplay and he brought his Aragorn cosplay, and we signed up to do True Dungeon. And we got placed in a room. Have you ever done it? You guys ever done True Dungeon?
Yeah, I've never done it.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah. Basically, you get a character sheet and you buy these like tokens. You get a starter token pack, but you can upgrade them, you know. We didn't know what we were doing. But then the rest of the party walks in and it's like six True Dungeon GMs from the other True Dungeon on a break. And at first they're like groggy, like they're really being groggy and like kind of condescending, but they like give us new character sheets and upgrade all our shit, right?
Hell yeah.
But then they get nice. Room number one, Tyler and I are like full RPG, like cosplay, you know, doing the movements and killing the monsters. And they loved us. And then they started they couldn't call me Gandalf. I mean, they could have, but they started calling me Goondolf because of, you know, off brand. You know,
Goondolf.
So this is the year. I'm going to bring this full circle. So this is the year that Pat Rothfuss from Name of the Wind, Wise Man's Fear had helped write the story. And I had just read those books and was obsessed with them. And we get to the final room and there's like this music puzzle that you have to solve. But these GMs are all like, they know how to play the like meta game, but they don't know puzzles. But I'm like, have a music degree and I'm like a lighting designer. Like I got this puzzle immediately. So I get up on the platform and start conducting them which bowls to hit in which order. We solve the dungeon. We get out of the dungeon, and then at the end, they all started chanting "Goondolf, Goondolf," and we got a picture. It was like seriously top 10 moments of my entire life. So that's my True Dungeon story.
That's amazing. So you know, Luke, thank you so much for being here with us before we go, right? I guess I want to throw it to you to be like, if there's anything else that you wanted to like shout out, if you want to just like say again how excited you are about Tavers, or
like, everybody should go back Tavers. I do feel like it's kind of one of those games. It's like if you don't know what Meow Wolf is, like it's very niche, you know. It's not like a slam dunk in that. Oh, if you know, I don't know, like. I can't think of it. You know, if look, Lord of the Rings makes an RPG, everybody knows what that is. Like this is like, I think it might have a little bit of a slower burn, but you are all interested in art, interactive exhibits, anything in the like cosmic psychedelic range, definitely check out Tavers. It's going to be real. I mean, also the add-ons are really sweet. So I do actually want to plug it. Yes.
When you've got a portal pass. And
yes. It's only for Denver.
That's okay.
But, yeah.
But like when you go, do you take Ash before you go?
No,
wait, no, we can't talk. All right, cut the feed, cut the stream.
No,
we gotta
I will happily talk about this.
Cut it out.
Unless maybe we shouldn't. For your audience, we won't talk about it. No, I'm a sober individual mostly these days. So
I think it would probably be a little much. Like
actual Ash, I would do not. I mean, there's basically a 1 in 20 chance you'll die immediately, and like a 5 in 20 chance that you will be in a very bad situation, and probably a 18 out of 20 chance that you would be uncomfortable in Meow Wolf.
Wait, did you actually cut the stream then?
No.
Oh, that was the whole thing. Like that was our signature move.
No, I'm not done.
I thought you were just being funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were being funny. I got more to plug.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's plug it then.
Okay, so I do want to say the street release date for Down Among the Dead, the new Pirate Borg expansion.
Oh yeah, we should have started talking about that.
Yeah, we probably should have. It's okay though. So Down Among the Dead and the new starter kit and the GM screen and the coins and all our dice, all that stuff is available now. The 3 main things are available internationally through Free League and their distribution channels. And then a lot of it is available through retailers through us. And then, of course, everything is available on our website. We're really excited about it. It feels like...
Which is...
Go ahead.
PirateBorg.com?
Pirate Borg, you're going to love this. You've got Limithron.com, PirateBorg.com, and PirateB.org if you're really going for it. Like that one's a little hard to say, but it looks really cool, like on a business card or something. Yeah. So PirateB.org. Pirate.org. Yeah. It's linked in the description.
It is linked. All of these links are down here in the thing. Hey, people out there chatting on the live stream. I had my YouTube turned off, so I wasn't really paying attention to what was happening in the chat. But if anybody had any questions for Luke about P.Borg Pirates version or the upcoming games that he can't talk about or anything like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this thing I can't talk about. I don't really know the timeline, but I'm very, very excited about it. It's been a palate cleanser for me, and I think I've had a few high profile play testers play it, and I think it'll be a thing. We'll see if my premonitions prove accurate.
Okay. Well, I'm stoked about it. I guess I was just trying to say, if anybody out there had a question, throw it in the chat. We'll try to get to it. We're definitely past the time that we're supposed to cut off, but we came in a little bit early, like we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So, late. We came
late, and we had technical difficulties.
That's what I meant. It started late, not early. Yeah.
So someone in the chat says Utah Evermore Park was the name of the place I was talking about. That was like a Renaissance fair that was...
okay. Yeah. They had some kind of immersive Dungeons and Dragons thing that was a Wizards of the Coast thing last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was.
One at in LA, you know how they do like the haunted houses at Universal they have one of those going maybe right now, maybe last month. One of them was a D&D, but I want like a full
at Universal.
Sorry.
At Universal Studios?
Yeah, Universal had like a, they do like, Stranger Things activation, and it's like they take one of the
Beckett, let's go. Yeah.
I don't know if it's still going or if it's coming up, but I know that it's a thing.
Beckett, jump in that beat up old van. Come down to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
It doesn't run. That's remember that was it doesn't run. That's the
it doesn't run. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to knock a few $1,000s off of my $15,000 value for not functioning. All right, Beckett's van. It's a Chevy. It doesn't run. Estimated blue.
It's a Dodge.
Dodged it. Estimated retail value $8,000. Okay, like
wait, what's the actual asking price of this thing?
Just get it out of my yard. Give me Few bucks.
Don't charge me for the
Like, I'm just
text.
thinking, like, I would almost pay you guys to stop talking about it. Just kidding, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I need 7,000 to stop talking about it.
Okay, okay, no.
Like, all right.
I need
7,000
7.
7,000 pennies.
Yeah, $7.
I would definitely take 7,000. That's 10 times as much as I'd stop talking about it for.
I also want to shout out your podcast a little bit because
Thanks.
you just had an episode come out yesterday, recently.
Yeah, so we've been doing
that
this
I'm
season.
on.
Yeah, this season we've been doing. We're trying to get smart with the Patreon. You know,
Smart.
we've been doing a week in advance that comes out on the Patreon, and then they go public. So if you're a subscriber and you're confused about what he's talking about, it came out I think like yesterday publicly, and that was the State of the OSR panel at Page Philadelphia Area Game Expo. I had you, Kelsey
me.
Dion, Rob McConnell, and Levi Combs on. Man, that was great.
It was a really good panel, dude. I
It was.
bought Rob's book and read it. Black Marsh.
Me too. Yeah, I'll be honest
solid.
with you. Just in full transparency, I was not familiar with Rob's work prior to the panel, and I did a little bit of research.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, but in hindsight, I see his name everywhere, and he really is like one of the luminaries. I think he has kind of this. He has a little bit more of the old school revival background, in that he's doing like his campaign setting book is a lot like old, Greyhawk kind of vibes. And his layout is very clean, but it's not like Morkborg Shadow Dark modern layout. It's
Right.
But I really enjoyed his answers. He brought prepared answers for things he thought I would ask without talking to me, and they were eloquent and well put, and he really understands the scene. A+ guess.
In contrast, it really does the opposite for my answers, which is
but I know you, we can rap about it,
So if someone wants to listen to this, what should they search in their podcast?
The called Ship of the Dead. Ship of the Dead. It's easy to find on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to hear extended episodes that come out a week early, they're on Patreon because we got people to pay. So
got people to pay, we got mouths to feed.
Got mouths to feed, man. I employ
got ships to sail.
I got my brother's full time, man. He's got a daughter. We gotta put food on the table for them. So
okay. Well, was there anything else that we wanted to rap about?
I mean, I have another topic that okay. So I'll try to make this quick, but I don't know if you guys are in video gamers at all. But Marathon came out last week, which is Bungie's new game. I don't know, like Bungie, Halo, Destiny company. I know this is like a whole different realm. Not a lot of RPGers are always into like first-person shooters, but I'm obsessed. And find me, my tag, Limithron is my gamer tag if you want to do some runs. So if anybody's out there playing Marathon, hit me up.
Do you remember there was like a cartoon, or maybe, I don't know if you'd call it a cartoon, but it was like Red versus Blue, I think.
Oh yeah, I watched so much Red versus Blue.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I did too.
They were on the air for like 15 years, I think. Was it really? Yeah, they just announced like a few years ago that they were calling it quits, and I was like, "You guys are still going?" Like their first.
Holy shit!
I think their first this, for those not familiar, this was the beginning of this genre. Was it called like machinima?
I don't know.
Basically, they take they use a video. Yeah, well, they use a video game to make a show. So they would like load up Halo multiplayer, and then like the guys would sit there and act out what their characters were doing, and then voiceover on top of it. And it was like, hilarious conversation of two Master Chief Commander or guy, two Spartan warriors like chatting in Blood Gulch. A hilarious show. I only watched, the first season or whatever.
Well,
the original like, Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about like the first couple of episodes, I think, is all I've ever seen. I had no idea it was around that long.
Yeah, it was. I think they were like maybe full time making a living doing it for a while. Because like those games though. I mean, like, dude, Bungie Marathon is the top game on Steam right now. It's like 60 million active players at any given moment. Like, think how many people that is compared to what we're doing in RPG space. It's like insane numbers. Like you need a market saturation of like 0.1% to be make a living streaming that game. You know, it's pretty crazy.
That is that's pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I every now and then I get on I've got a PlayStation. Every now and then I get on and do a little Warzone. So I'm not.
You got a PS5?
No, I have the 4.
Oh, I have.
I really am not a video gamer.
See, I thought you were talking PS1 and was going to say Parappa the Rappa.
Yeah.
or like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, man. I played the shit out of that on PlayStation.
Tony Hawk, Shinobi. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I used to draw Shinobi like back in the day. Whatever.
Hell yeah. This is the way.
This
All
is
right.
the way.
Okay, cool. I am looking at the chat. I don't see any like questions. So
yeah, nobody cares.
All right, that's cool.
Well, guys, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on to
Sorry
the show.
if I word vomited. I'm just excited to be here.
I don't mind a little vomit every now and then. It's all right. It's all part of the gamer experience. I'm excited to hang out with you.
We all been there.
Turn some cardboard sideways.
I have a question. Tiger Wizard, what day do you get in?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Like what time?
We can talk about this not in front.
Well, maybe there's a playtest happening on Wednesday
at the Lake Geneva Airport.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a playtest on Wednesday that I could invite you to.
Let's take it off comms.
Okay. I just want to tease people that they know that this might be happening. So,
and just before we go, Andrew's home address.
That's me to go like, cut the channel, cut the feed, turn it off.
For real? Cut the feed? Should I really stop it now? Is that keep doing that? I'm gonna cut it. I really should cut it.
Why we make these like signals to each other if you're just gonna blatantly ignore them every time?
Because you're always all gesticulating, so I don't know what's real or not. I got too much ash in my.
I'm with Beckett here. I did not think you meant cut it for real with that.
All right, now I am gonna cut it for real. In 5, 4. Anybody have something to say?
We prearranged to like have that be our signal for the thing.